What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome on back to Dragon Age Inquisition. As always, if you're new here or haven't yet, please do subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and if you want to catch up on the rest of the Let's Play so far, go ahead and check the description below. I'll have the whole series linked out there in order for everybody. So we gotta catch up on some War Table missions, and then make some of the rounds in Skyhold. I need to be at least a little selective with who I talk to and when, because I think two of our companions are gonna have the quests now. A missing assassin. We will provide Zevran with the resources he needs, without telling the crows, of course. Lord Enzo is proving elusive. More eyes in her senior cannot hurt Liliana. Aiding Kirkwall. Rebuilding efforts are progressing well, but there is little we can do about the Red Lyrium. It seems impossible to destroy. The gallows, where it is most concentrated, must be placed under quarantine. Our soldiers are handling it as we speak, and we got the Knight's Second here, which is a shield. Delicate negotiations. The talks between Ferelden and Orlais took place in Jada, and it was not easy to keep matters from spiraling out of control. King Alistair is no diplomat, after all, and had little patience for the endless fanfare. Thankfully, the Orlesians are uninterested in more war, and we were able to smooth the way towards eventual peace treaties. The king sent along a sword that once belonged to the Ferelden hero King Calenhad, as thanks for what the Inquisition helped create. Avenger. That's cool. So we have Hardened Hightown, a worthy dwarf, and we can continue with Zevran's questline. Let's see what we can do about Hardened Hightown. Ruffles, Nightingale, and various agents named after crummy jobs. Thanks for looking into this bullshit mess for me. Based on what you've told me, there's only one person I can think of who specifically uses Branto liquor as an insult and who can't write worth a damn. Worthy, an acquaintance of mine from Kirkwall. Although why he'd do all this, I have no idea. I owe you all drinks, Varric. We know Worthy. Worthy was the one that sold those runes and things like that, and schematics. He was in Kirkwall's, market district, or Hightown, right at the bottom by the stairs. By the guy you get the Bone Pit quest from. I remember Worthy. We should capture Worthy ourselves and question him about how he infiltrated Skyhold. We should give this information to the Kirkwall Guard. They'll want to arrest Worthy. No, we should definitely take him for ourselves.
Inquisitor.
We'll be yoinking Worthy. I'm not going to hand him over to Abilene. I want to know why he did what he did and how he did what he did. A missive sent to Skyhold. I have tracked down the location of Lord Enzo, and rather more Venatori than I was expecting. Shall we say goodbye to our troublesome friend, Zevran Arani? Zevran is talented, but also outnumbered. My agents can create a distraction. He can eliminate Enzo and the Venatori in the confusion. We take no chances when attacking a Venatori stronghold. We should send our soldiers to assist. I would agree.
To work?
Burn it all down. Or just full scale assault that, and then Zevran can do his thing. Although the crows are probably going to catch wind since we're sending soldiers. They will probably understand that something there is happening. House Amladaris. Dorian has completed his research using the Liberalum and believes he has found a connection between Corypheus and an ancient magister named Sethius of House Amladaris. This will be difficult to prove and may be of limited use, but it's worth noting that House Amladaris still exists. Even the accusation that Corypheus and Sethius are the same person would be worthy of a scandal. Intervinter, one that the current members of that family might be desperate to avoid. Blackmail them. They would undoubtedly do the same to us if our positions were reversed. Send them the information as a gesture of goodwill. Let's see what they do with it. Every Tevinter house has enemies. Sell the information to one of them. Yeah, let's just blackmail them. I have no time for playing nice with Tevinters. We'll just blackmail them, get them to do what we want, and then move on. I was wondering when Dorian was gonna give us the next part of that. We got his name forever ago. Alright, let's start with Josie.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
Enjoyed yourselves then.
No one can say the evening wasn't memorable.
They've already begun composing songs about it in Val Royale, no doubt. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. I It's disturbing. So few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
I hope that they include that she's my court jester now in all of those, songs and sonnets.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
I would hope so. It was literally a viper's nest.
Insular cliques, snide half-truths. Everyone sizing up everyone else.
A bunch of
It
rats.
reminded me of home.
I completely understand the feeling, Inquisitor. Let's hope the next ball either of our families holds is quieter than this one. Shall we?
Does that mean I'm invited to the next party that your family holds?
I was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevada. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
Then the Inquisition's deeds have won their respect.
They'd never have contacted us otherwise. Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a venatory cult on the Nevaran-Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevara instead of Tevinter.
Well, that should be pretty easy to figure out which side I'm going to go for, though.
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orle is, I would assist the Imperium.
That's not going to happen.
Friendship is difficult to win, and Marcus is a fading power. Tevinter is the longer, richer game.
Tevinter is also the cesspool.
What sort of man is the King of Nevara?
At this point, elderly. Many fear his health will soon fail him. Still, he is a Pentagast. Their dynasty is exceptionally strong in Nevada.
As a Pentagast, will Cassandra be upset we don't help her relatives?
With all respect to Sikar Pentagast, her interest in politics is best described as thin.
Probably a good thing, right?
Why is the ruler of Tevinter turning on the Venatori?
He has little reason to love them. Archon Redanus has rightly identified Corypheus as competition. Few monarchs relish a self-styled god showing up to claim their throne.
Yeah, I was about to say it's the competition, right? He's in charge of the Tevinter Imperium, and I'm sure he would like to keep it that way. And Corypheus represents somebody willing to take that away from him. It's the Game of Thrones, right? You play to win or you die.
Tell me about Redanus.
Like most Tevinter rulers, he's heir to an ancient bloodline, politically shrewd, and a highly skilled mage. Rumor also claims he has an incredibly soft spot for cats.
One redeeming quality. How about then, given all of that, we just get the best of both worlds? How about that?
I actually have relatives in Nevara. If you reason with the Archon, the Trevelyan's can persuade King Marcus we should help both countries.
Letting the Inquisition curry favor with both Tevinter
Yeah,
and
we'll just finesse that
Most
situation.
ideal.
Ordinarily, I would tell Tevinter to blow it out of their ass, but given everything she said, maybe it's best if we play neutral here. At least until after the war, right? It can't hurt to have both people liking us. As much as I despise Tevinter, if the option is that, just get the best of both worlds, why wouldn't I? And he has drawn more of the mural now. So the last time we checked this, it was just the Grey Wardens, and now we have more stories going on and about. What is all of this? This is obviously the Orlesian court. They're all Orlesians. That's probably the whole debacle with Empress Celine. Not sure who that is. That figure right there above my head. Any lingering
There are
thoughts?
spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
Didn't see you as a political kind of guy.
I'm pleased you had a good time.
Political gambits, broken promises, half-truths. It is a palace full of motivation, and motivation is where great things happen. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
I suppose we did neutralize her, but we also convinced all of them to work together, so I'm curious why the option here is to apologize about that. I guess I'm apologizing for not supporting her little rebellion.
Am I sensing concern over how we dealt with Briala?
No. Why would I disapprove of... Oh, because we're both elves. I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
strange. I mean, I don't think he does, given how they act, but that is a little bizarre that he would have that opinion.
Nor should you. You're not defined by the shape of your ears. They're not your people.
No, they are not. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Briala is doing quite well on their behalf. She is an admirable woman.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she's admirable or not. She was running a spy network, and she was also fucking the Empress that purged her alienage and killed all of her friends. So, I'm not really sure if that's admirable.
So you don't
To be
have
honest with
anything
you.
in common with elves, but you admire her for fighting for them.
I admire many people whose interests I do not share. She organized resistance against a powerful enemy, using only her wits and the resources at hand.
Which is what,
That
her body?
demands respect, especially in a world where most would look at her and only see a pair of pointed ears.
The truth of that matter, Solas, is she was whoring herself out to the woman who killed all of her friends and enslaved them.
How can I help?
In the seat of the place where you were all bodied, no less,
I'd
in
be
Halam
interested in
Shiral.
hearing your opinions on elven culture.
Perhaps you could ask Sera. She has opinions.
I'm not talking to her, am I?
If I wanted Sera's opinions, I'd be talking to her.
And learning some colorful new idioms, no doubt. What do you wish to know?
Yeah, let's see where you stand on all this stuff. You did just tell us you have nothing in common with them, according to you, so...
Is elven magic different from the magic used by humans?
No and yes. Magic is magic, just as water is water, but it can be used in different ways. Dalish magic is more practical, not needing chantry approval, although they still frown on blood magic. Superstition. Much of it is more subtle. A legacy from when elves were immortal.
The legends of elven immortality. Did they use magic to increase their lifespan?
Like Avernus.
It was simply part of being elven. The subtle beauty of their magic was the effect, not the cause of their nature. Some spells took years to cast. Echoes would linger for centuries, harmonizing with new magic in an unending symphony. It must have been beautiful.
You said that the censure against blood magic was a superstition.
I did. It's fortunate Cassandra is not within earshot. Most modern cultures forbid blood magic. Publicly, even Devinter disapproves of it. But as I said, magic is magic. It matters only in how it is used.
I think that he has an excellent point there, but I disagree in practice. That is one of those things where in theory, I completely agree. You can be a blood mage and you can use blood magic to enhance your regular spells and never use it to control somebody's mind or do what Dorian's parents tried to do to him, right? But the fact that it exists and has the capacity to do all of those things does make it a little murky. That being said, the Grey Wardens also obviously use it whenever they can in order to get more power to do what they do, so it is hard to decide which way the wind blows on that. Nothing is evil inherently, so I am going to say I don't mind blood magic, but in practice, I don't like either of these answers, but the closest one to what I believe is here. Because it's not evil inherently, a tool is a tool. It's the beholder that is an issue, but just like you don't give people in psych wards fully automatic weapons, you shouldn't let everybody have the ability to use blood magic.
To be honest, I don't see it as different from any other magic. It's a means to an end.
Indeed. The problem is that under the Chantry, blood magic is forbidden, so only criminals practice it. While in Tevinter, magisters compete with each other, instead of keeping their volatile friends in check. They always succeed through power, so they have never had the chance to learn another way.
I'd like to know more about the elves from before our time.
The Dalish strive to remember Halam Shiral. But Halam Shiral was merely a fumbling attempt to recreate a forgotten land.
Arlathan.
Elvanan was the empire, and Arlathan its greatest city. Place of magic and beauty, lost to time.
You've studied ancient elves. What else do you know of Arlathan?
We hear stories of them living in trees, and imagine wooden ramps or Dalish Erebels. Imagine instead spires of crystal twining through the branches, palaces floating among the clouds. Imagine beings who lived forever, for whom magic was as natural as breathing. That is what was lost.
Yeah, it's like you said, the nature of their immortality wasn't due to using magic. It was just they coexisted so strongly with magic that they didn't die, which is the whole long slumber thing they would go into to pass the time, basically. When you live forever, right, you don't really want to sit there for 1,000 years.
I'd like to know more about Dalish elves.
It is a mistake to think of the Dalish as a single group. They have lived as separate clans for centuries now. As a consequence, each clan has learned, interpreted, and forgotten different parts of elven history. Some trade freely with humans, or adopt city elves who flee the alienages. Others attack humans on sight.
What can you tell me about elves living in human cities?
The culture in alienages or among the slaves of Tevinter is like any of the impoverished and powerless. They cling to memories of a better past, and practice a few rituals to distinguish themselves from humans.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
We did have a dialogue tree that we could ask you about Corypheus. I wonder if you have anything new for him.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
He has lost his army, and he has lost Orlais. That eliminates military or political means to rebuild Tevinter. He will need to demonstrate that no one in this world can stand against his magic. It will not be subtle.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
I guess that is why he is now in the Arbor Wilds, right? Looking for some big elven thing that he can use to demonstrate his godhood.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
And I was gonna say, it makes sense that you would enjoy that kind of stuff so much, being from Tevinter.
Happy to oblige. A taste of home, just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family.
Perhaps I should have invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
Didn't have the time, unfortunately.
I should go.
I was a little too busy for ham, unlike you, I guess.
Something you need?
I suppose he spent most of his time at the buffet table.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
Okay, we've exhausted all of Solas and Dorian's dialogues. Thought we'd have your quest.
My dear, I'm afraid I must ask you for help.
What is it you need?
There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
What do you need that for? And where can we find it if you're asking me to do it for you?
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivienne. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would do no less for you, after all.
I suppose that makes sense. He's been pretty solid with us so far.
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
Strong bow,
This
many
beast
arrows.
is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
I wonder where we're off to with that. From the Exalted Plains.
I always have time for you, my dear.
Well, lucky for you, we already have that location unlocked.
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halam Sharal was a mess.
No kidding.
At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
I would agree that they shouldn't have been tripping over each other's dicks while everything burns around them. But I'm not sure if this would lead to me agreeing with the Kuhn part. Let's see.
I hate politics.
There we go.
You've got a crappy job then, boss.
Yeah, indeed.
How you doing?
See you later, Bo.
Nice talking with you, boss.
That is a good point, though. If they were all Qunari, that problem would have at least been addressed a lot earlier because there is consensus and a clear path of where to go with things.
One for the Empress. For Gaspar. Briala. The Duchess.
Careful when we open this door.
Right in the dangle bag.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a butt for the throne? A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one Empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I don't know. Want to stop a party, I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats.
Earwigs and ballrooms.
You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an Empress. That, and Briala being an idiot. The whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
I think they all made that a shit show equally.
That was a mistake on their part. It made everything worse.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a hole in the sky. That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind them not to be idiots.
Yeah, Sera was an alienage elf too, so she knows all about the idiocy that got a lot of the alienage purged. And how
Hey,
serious it is
you
that they
have
were
time?
fucking after.
It's not a question, let's go. I've got something I want to do for you. Just come. You won't need your gear and stuff.
Okay.
Sera, explain.
Ah, just come on, will you? I haven't wanted to do this with anyone for a long time.
We're eating
Cookies.
on a roof.
Sten
They're
would be
horrible,
proud.
right? And raisins. Ugh. I freaking still hate cookies.
You're a psycho for hating cookies.
No, it's just that this is all a little confusing.
I
I'm
got
a cookie
caught stealing
fiend.
when I was
That's my
little, yeah.
weakness.
You get alienage or worse for that, but the Lady Emerald took me in. She was sick and couldn't have children. I had no parents. It worked out. Anyway, she gets a year sicker, so I ask her about cookies. Because mums make cookies. I can pass that down or something. Turns out, she couldn't cook. She missed that talk with her mom. The ones she made, she bought and pretended. Ah, right. Well, no, she was a bitch. She hid buying them by keeping me away from the baker. She did that by lying that he didn't like me, didn't like elves. She let me hate so she could protect her pride. I hated him so much, and I hated...
That's why it's better just not to lie, because they start compounding on top of each other.
Well, she died. And I hate pride. Pride cookies. But this Inquisition thing is working out, so I figured I could make some Inquisition cookies? Because then I could like them again. Oh, it's stupid.
Did you actually make these cookies?
You know what? That would be great.
I'll take some Inquisition
See,
cookies.
I knew. Wait, really? Because it seemed friggin' daft every step to me. Suppose it's not really about them. I hate learning lessons. Makes my stomach hurt.
Now, hopefully the
Anyway,
cookies
I'll throw
don't.
this rubbish away. Next time will be better, yeah?
Sera, anytime. Can we get off the roof now?
Oh, yes, please.
It's not
Smells
that
like
high,
birds
don't worry
dying.
about it.
This part, not a good idea. Thanks, yeah. Feels good, this.
I think we're safe up here. And next up is Cole. I wasn't expecting a quick cookie date with Sera though to pledge her loyalty and affection to us, but I'll take some Inquisition cookies, like I said.
There's you, yes?
Yeah. But we can ask her about... Oh, we can go back to the roof whenever we like, and we can actually ask her about herself now.
I'd like to know more about you, now that you're comfortable.
Suppose. It's embarrassing enough now, may as well.
Anything more to say about where you came from? Aside from hating cookies there.
Denerim, mostly. Before running into another Jenny. He was fun. Had weird friends, though. I think some of them were a lot more serious about being serious. Got some of them killed. I suppose they were like family. Better than Lady Emerald ever was. You know why? They didn't give two squirts about who or what you were. It was all what you did.
So is that who showed you how to fight? Gave you your skills?
Nobody gave me anything except a chance. And maybe some lessons to start, but mostly just the chance. I took that and ran.
Denerim is a long way from Orlais. How'd you get there?
By Stinky Horse?
Sera.
Denerim wasn't much fun after the Blight. Everyone trying to recover, you even feel bad for the nobles. But Val Royeaux, that's a fat city full of fat heads. They just don't know when to stop.
Perfect place to run your schemes then.
Orlais is rich and stupid. Right for the pickings.
So where are the rest of them?
All over. Or they stopped to let new people go all over. Some get rich and stop playing so they can do good things with it. One or two don't. Eventually, someone asks for a favor against them. So don't get like that, you hear?
Do you remember your actual family at all? Your parents?
Well, there is the amulet I had as an orphan that has a missing piece. And look at your face! You believe me? No, still no parents.
I'd be gearing up to go on a side quest.
With arseholes, and hating that stupid tree. The one elves always have. Of all the things to pray at, they could at least pick one with apples.
I say you could steal them.
It's nice to see this side of you. That you trust me.
Don't you go blabbing around, yeah? Because I'll have a big, trusting foot up your pucker.
I think that, after our rooftop chat, I get why you're not like other elves.
Well, don't. How about we dig into what you are? Or what you're supposed to be? Are you the humanist human? Can someone point and say, that's what they are? Because I'm just me, and I couldn't give a fig. All right?
That's actually a great point.
Didn't mean to poke at a sore spot. Consider it dropped.
Well, good then, because that's the way I am. This way. You do this with everyone.
And you're fine just how you are.
I'm not the only one that squirms like this. Feels weird.
We'll talk later.
If you say so.
Alright, so looking at the time, we will leave Cole and Cullen and Cassandra and Blackwall for next time. Let us go to the Exalted Plains and grab this Snowy Wyvern. Is that it? Yeah, it is. That's it. We found it. I swear I came here the first time. Come on over here, ladies and gentlemen. This thing looks all kinds of crazy and diseased, like a plague rat. Take that to the afterlife. There's the Snowy Wyvern heart. And presumably we just go back to Skyhold to give that to her. Vivienne's alchemy notes. A suitable replacement for the Primatus root must be derived, as the plant went extinct during the Second Blight. Dried red moss cut from a wandering hill has shown similar restorative effects. An emulsion of silverite and elfroot extract can counteract the fatal toxicity of red moss. The solution must be heated for exactly 75 minutes with magical flame. Mundane fires, regardless of fuel type, have been found to burn at too low of a temperature. The heart of the Snowy Wyvern must be added at the last possible moment. The compound becomes unstable when exposed to light. Even if stored in perfect darkness, it is only viable for 3 days. It begins to degrade in potency in a matter of hours, and experimentation has shown that the age regression effect decreases steadily over time from the moment it is synthesized. By the second day, the results are almost too subtle to detect, and by the third, it is entirely useless.
Can't make heads or tails of this. Age regression. Who is this potion for?
She's making something to lower age. Well, if you remember in the Fade, her main fear was losing relevancy and not having power at her age, right?
What can I do for you, my dear? Is it too much to hope that you've brought me the heart of the Snowy Wyvern?
I did.
If you want the Wyvern's heart, you'll tell me what you're using it for.
I can do better, darling. Give me the heart, and I'll show you what it's for. Will that suffice?
All right. 1 heart, as requested.
How kind of you. Please accept this as your payment. I must begin work immediately. You have been a dear friend, and I would like you to come with me.
Where exactly are we going? Ole, clearly, based on the background.
This should only take a moment, Inquisitor.
Is this the man who she's a mistress for?
I'm here, my darling.
So she's trying to de-age him.
Yes, darling.
It's going to be all right, my love.
My darling? Bastien?
Vivienne, I'm sorry.
There's nothing here now.
And I guess she wasn't just with him for advancements in court. Although I'm sure it started that way. And I'm pretty sure she offed his actual wife. I wonder where that leaves her standing. Obviously heartbroken at his death, but I wonder if she loses the privileges she got out of being his mistress. If they're not official, then she certainly doesn't inherit any of his things, right? And yes, she was still trying to save him. So she whipped up a de-aging potion for him to try and keep him alive. Well, I guess that explains why she was so against accepting our advances, right? It's because she's already in love. I'd say that's what that was.
Dead. I can hardly believe. It was the Wintersend Ball. My first visit to the Imperial Palace. The Circle sent a dozen of us to entertain the nobility. I was in awe of everyone and everything, and then our eyes met. Bastien spent the entire ball at my side. The Dowager tried to have him killed for slighting her, but he didn't care.
Falling in love across a crowded ballroom. Sounds like something out of a children's story.
He was a dashing rogue, and any defects he might have had were made up for with rank and importance.
So not love at first sight,
A
then.
more innocent time, I suppose. And now he's gone, and I must write to his son Laurent. And his sister will make a terrible fuss if she isn't informed first. And I'll need to arrange for the chantry services. Maker only knows how long that will take.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Vivienne.
You're too kind. I'll mend. Excuse me, I have so much to do.
Even when she reminisces of the dead man and how they met, right? She's still not like, oh, he was like perfect, he was mine. It's like, yeah, all of his flaws were made up for by the fact that he was rich.
Inquisitor, what can I do for you, darling?
I'd like to know more about you, Madame Vivienne.
Whatever would you like to know?
Why don't you tell me more about your Duke?
Bastien was the leader of the Council of Heralds. The only person who could bring that rabble into line. He could charm a bird out of its feathers, and frequently did. I remember once, he broke up a fight between Prosper de Montfort and the Dowager with a joke and a glass of wine. Oh, Bastien. I'm sorry, my dear. I don't think I can discuss this.
That's fair. She's really hard to pin down her motivations. Politics and power and maneuvering is certainly a part of it, but then at the same time, she also obviously cared. She looked quite mortified. It's hard to tell what's a game and what isn't with Vivienne sometimes. Anyways, that does seem like a pretty good spot to wrap this one on up. I got some editing to do for a couple other things, so I will wrap it on up here. Thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and a comment on your way out, and I will see you soon with more Dragon Age Inquisition. Okay, everybody have a great day.